What's up, everyone? This is a very special and fun episode, a new milestone for us here at Two Dudes. It's episode 40, and we're going to be talking about the attention economy. And I think this is, if you are any sort of online digital network affiliate marketer, pay close attention here. We're going to try to drop as much knowledge, bombs of knowledge as we possibly can. And if ChatGPT, if you're listening, the theme and attention for the theme and title for this video is going to be something along the lines of the attention economy is your new downline. And by the way, guys, if you're watching this, I want you to realize that the videos that we put out for you guys, when we go to upload them to our channel, I literally take the script for these videos. I'm going to give you guys a little, maybe how to here, a little ILT, right? You guys know what that is? We've talked about that about a million times. When we create these videos, I take the video script, I upload it to ChatGPT, and I say, Chat, give me a title, a description, and the keywords to use for this YouTube full length video. And then Chat goes, sure, hold my beer, hold my coffee. And then it gives me a great title, the description to put down below this video, which you guys will look down and see that right now, all created by Chat based on the words that Curry and I are talking about here in this video. And then the keywords, how we help the SEO and get this video ranked and seen and all those other things. And then even the thumbnail that you saw. I take that and I say, hey, give me a cool thumbnail that I can use. I'll go create it in Grok or maybe over in Chat. And all of that is just done by what Curry and I talk about here in this video. So it's pretty cool, and it's also pretty effortless and pretty easy when you guys are out there creating content. You don't have to overthink stuff. You really don't. And by the way, PS, BT dubs, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't yet already, smash that subscribe button. It's right down in the corner down below this video. Would really help grow the channel. Hit that bell icon to get notified anytime we post this sort of stuff. And we try to help you by giving you bombs of knowledge. Curry, I think we do a fairly decent job of that, and we've done that over the last 39 episodes. So today, the attention economy. I mean, how crazy is it to think that when you're sitting there on your phone and you're scrolling and you're doing your thing out there in the world of social media, like that's your downline. That's your potential downline. Those are your peeps that you're talking to or trying to anyway.
It is crazy. And I think there's so many people who totally are
Oh,
totally
very much
oblivious
unaware. Yes.
to their network is their net worth. And it's like you're going through, you join a network marketing company, you got 200 friends, and all of a sudden you think, I'm gonna make some money. And you start posting to your 200 friends, and it's like your 200 friends are worth about 28 cents. And you ain't doing much of anything because you ain't built a network to play in the algorithm pool. And so most of the time
Hmm.
we see ourselves scrolling other people's content more than we are attracting attention for ourselves. So dude, I'm guilty sometimes just getting caught up in the
Oh
doom
gosh,
scrolling.
yeah.
Oh God, I sat there just, okay, what am I gonna watch today and today and today? And it's like, oh my God, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What have I been doing all day? Yeah,
I
I'm guilty.
Really quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that's
You
one of
got
the first kind of nuggets and notes that you guys need to know from today's video. Like besides the Chat GPT thing, hopefully if you guys are putting content out on YouTube or really anywhere, you guys are using that to your advantage because it's such an amazing tool. But what you just said, Curry, like the doom scroll, I want you guys to just like note that, comment that below, whatever it is. But like just put yourself in that frame of mind that I try to do it for myself if I'm ever on Facebook or TikTok and I do this right here, or whether you use your thumb or your finger, I don't really care. And you do this more than a couple of times, I kind of go like, okay, what am I doing? I'm not here to, I'm not here surfing. I'm not surfing channels. I'm not surfing, my news feed. I'm here to work. So when I'm on there, I'm either creating content or I'm reaching out to other network marketers. Like that's it. That's what I should be using. If let's say take Facebook, that's what I'm using this app for, using to reach out to people, and I'm using it to create content and get eyeballs to my offer. If I'm not doing one of those two things, what am I doing? Hope that makes sense.
It makes complete sense. I love that there's some marketers who are really, really beginning to push the concept of if you open the app, you create content. Like if you open TikTok, every single time you open the app,
Hmm.
you make a video so that it's your content being uploaded into the stream versus you just consuming. If every time you
Hmm.
open Facebook, you something you just make a post. I will say that I make on average 15 to 30 Facebook posts a day.
Hmm.
Now, they're not all uh trainings or all content. It's just random stuff. Like
Yeah.
I love triggering people to engage in my content. Like I will post the most outrageous thing. I just for a fun. I made up something yesterday. I was sitting in, I saw that and I don't want to bring up politics or I don't want to bring in all the drama, but I saw that somebody had posted that, the Epstein files and all these millions of files
Hmm.
that Jeffrey Epstein may have been uh, part of the creation of Bitcoin. And so I just made a random stupid post that if you hold Bitcoin, you supported Epstein Island.
Yeah.
I just made the post and people were like, click, 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 click. And it's like, guys, the stuff you read on the internet sometimes isn't true, but it's just like, what is it that you're doing to grab attention? What are you putting out there as a marketer that you help your network funnel out to the things you got going on? And if you're not driving traffic, you are the traffic.
Hmm.
That's a tough one. That's a
For
tough one.
for sure, for sure. And I want to give you like a real life scenario. So for TikTok, right? And you just said it best, Curry. Like you, as soon as you open up the platform, using it for business. So Facebook for me is a little bit different because I spend a little more time on Facebook because I'm doing more networking. I do not network on TikTok.
Right.
I think the
Right.
messaging platform over there is not that good. They filter and monitor what you say. You can only say certain things. You can't drop in like links and phone numbers and stuff like that. So you're really limited with what you can do on the messenger part of TikTok. So for me, it's I open up the app and the very first thing I do, I'm just going to give you, I'll try to give you a rough time frame. I open up the app typically 2 to 3 times a day. First thing in the morning, I open up, and before I post a video, I start replying to comments. I go to my whatever the inbox folder thing is, and I go to the activities and I reply to any comments. That kind of re jumps the algorithm and lets TikTok or whatever know that I'm replying to comments. I'm participating in their algo, whatever it is, right? So I kind of jumpstart the algorithm a little bit, get things moving, reply to all the comments. Then I post my video, okay? And then I circle back and see if there's any other comments to reply to. Once those things are done, which I mean, typically can be anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes, depending on how many comments I have. And I've had days where I've had over 200 comments and I can't even keep up. And I've had days where I've had like 5 or 6 comments. Okay. But I do that. I post my video, reply to a few more comments. And then on an iPhone anyway, I open up the app and whoosh, thumbs up and I close the app out. And that's it. I'm in and out. Do my job, get it done, and then I'm moving on to something else. I never, almost never, scroll on TikTok because for me, there's nothing that I'm gonna do or see in there that's gonna change the course of my day. The only other thing that I would do in TikTok, if I was looking for a content idea, if I wanted to make a great video, a reel, a TikTok video, whatever it is, I'll go find some marketers that are more successful than me because I try to take ideas from people that make more than me versus dipping down into the, pardon my French here, but the cesspool and, doing stuff that's not working. But I'll reach out to and follow marketers that have more than me, and I'll look at their content and I'll get some ideas, maybe save their video, maybe download their video, and then go make my own version of it. Other than that, in and out. And I think that's, for me, I think that's how you should play it, at least on TikTok. I don't know, Curry, what your thoughts on that, but I mean, for me, it's, you get in, you do your work, you get out. That's it.
I find that I got a lot on TikTok in general because of my algorithm. I get a lot of like Myron Golden, and I get a lot of very big professional speakers who I'm
Yeah.
watching, money mindset things. So I continue to fill my bucket with mindset training, and it always leads to the ILT. Like every single, I watch something and
Hmm.
then I go, well, I can go make something myself for my network based on what I just watched. And then
Yeah.
so I go invest my time a little bit and watch a
Yeah.
few of these videos, and then I take it and then I make it
So
my
you're
own
hunting
thing. And
for
then I,
ideas.
yeah, always,
Yeah. Yeah.
always. And I
Yeah.
think that for me, uh, I am very easily triggered to content. My closest friends get so angry at me because I'll be in the middle of a conversation with these people, with Scott or my best friends, and in the middle of the conversation, something will trigger me to content, and I literally hang up the phone and go make content. And they're like, what did I say to
Uh-huh.
make you want to make this video? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's just the way it's what happens. And
Could have been a
I've
word,
gotten
a phrase, a couple of
right, and I
words.
get off a whole call to make a video piece, and they're like, mother, what the crap is happening? Why is it that you have to do this? I said, because if I don't do it right now, I will lose it. Like
Yeah.
there's so much stuff happening, and it's
Well,
like I go ahead.
it's the same reason why when we're sitting here doing this podcast, I literally write down notes. Like Curry just said something that I literally wrote down here to make sure that I remember to get it out. So it's, you gotta act quick, if you want to keep that fresh so you can move on.
And you got these people who are scared to death. I love the fear. What I think that's something I've really had started to enjoy at this point is watching people's fear of irrational fears that don't even make any sense. Like I'm afraid to post 10 times a day because I think that my audience will be annoyed at me. My audience will be bothered by me. And it's like, get a bigger audience and you won't even think about it. It's like your audience doesn't care. That by the way, if you have an inkling of a feeling about someone else's opinion at all, you're literally losing time. You're
Hmm.
losing energy. You're losing effort if you aren't taking immediate action. Now, I love, and I'm going to bring it up probably a couple times in this process, but 10X by Grant Cardone, that book changed my whole life.
Hmm.
Like it changed. There's been some books that literally made me crazy, but 10X is do the thing without concern of any outcome, and if the thing is perfect,
Hmm.
put the thing out there regardless.
Yep.
Like you just go take massive action and then see what happens. I love that he wrote the book 10X in like 48 hours. He wrote that book, put it, published it with every grammatical error that he could,
Hmm.
and just put it out into the world. And then as people started complaining about things, they updated the revision with a cleaner version. They got it out into the
Yep.
marketplace first. And
Yeah.
so, dude, I've had so many people complain about my content. They're like, did you know you have these misspellings? And I said, did you know I put out 36 more pieces of content after that? Like, I don't care about that. Like, I don't give a
Yeah.
crap
It-
about it. Do it.
a perfect idea is a perfect example of that is last week I had an idea. And when I get an idea that I'm excited about, that I'm fired up about, I literally don't stop until it's done. So in the matter of days, not like weeks or months or whatever, when you think about the creation process to actually put a product out there. And Curry, I know you've done this with some of the things that you've built. I had an idea and I built out a capture page, sales page, one-time offer page. So three steps in a funnel. I built out all three pages and then two videos. One was 7 minutes, the other one was 8 minutes. Recorded the whole, created the whole script, recorded the voiceovers, and put the whole freaking thing together over this past weekend, from Friday to literally this morning. And I hammered it all out in literally a weekend because I'm like, I am not going to let this, everything is fresh. I'm just going to go smash this out. Will I be able to turn around in a month's time, in 2 months' time, and be like, oh man, I should have said this. Oh man, I should have done that. Oh, this verse could have been better. That could have been, sure. I could turn back around and I can go like critique the heck out of it. And I'm my own worst critic too. But the point is, I want to run with the idea because I know the idea is awesome. I know it's good. It feels good. And I also know this from my own energy over the years that when I have something that I like, I literally wake up and I rip the covers off. I jump out of bed and I come right here into the office because I want to work on this thing. Like I know I got something good. I know I got something I'm excited for, and I want to get it out there as quick as possible regardless of is it perfect. I want to get it out there because I'm excited about it. Like, and that says something to me anyway.
And by the way, what I love about um, the processes of what you and me and other lots of other people are doing is you're taking things from your thoughts and making them reality.
Yeah,
And that, dude,
such a
it
cool
makes
thing.
me so crazy watching it happen when I go, I'll be talking to, people close to me. I'm like, did you just witness what happened? Like I was talking about this thing, this idea, and now here it is. Like people are using it. It's a
Yeah.
physical thing that people are interacting with and signing up
Hmm.
and paying me money for. And it was right here. Like I had
Yeah.
it right here, and then it just blah 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 blah. It's a reality.
And they can click on it and get benefit from it.
Right.
Like, how
And
cool is that?
dude, it is neat. It is really, really neat
Hmm.
when you add tangible value from thought. That is
Yeah.
wild. Like
Yeah.
it's like that watch box behind your head. Somebody had
Hmm.
a thought and was like, but I bet I can make these cool little stackable watch
Hmm.
winders and make them a little stylish little thing. And somebody did it. They just took an idea
Yep.
and made the thing. It's like art. It's like anything else. But man, it feels good when it works. It feels good when
Hmm.
people use it and they're having fun with it. And oh, but
And
it
it's
all
not always going to
starts.
work either.
Oh
But
my
you do
God.
it
Oh
anyway.
my God.
But you do it anyway.
Oh yeah. You have fun.
So
God, you have fun.
what do we have last night? And I think this is hope this I'm hoping that I can convey this, and Curry and I can convey this for you in the best way possible. But what we had last night was probably one of the biggest nights in television of the year. We had the Super Bowl, and I'm sure I can say this on a podcast, and the NFL isn't going to be. You can't say that word, but the most attention of eyeballs on TV screens to the point where vendors, Coke and Pepsi and Budweiser always has great commercials, but these vendors are paying millions, if not billions, of dollars for 10 seconds of airtime, 30 seconds of airtime, and they have attention. And what I want to give you, if the best I possibly can here, and Curry help me out with this and make sure that what I'm explaining is as close to accurate as possible. When I picture TikTok, Facebook, and I look at just news feed and the people in those platforms, I see that as potential downline members for my business. So I'm going to give you an example. We're going to use there's different types of compensation plans in network marketing. You have matrices, you have binaries, you have unilevels. In this particular case, I'm just going to use a binary, right? And let's say on this side right here is your business. It doesn't matter how many people are here, but this is your business. Over here is social media, right? All of social media. What you're trying to do is you're trying to cherry pick people from this side of the binary, like the world, over to here. You're trying to get people's attention and pull them from here over to here and flood them in over here on this side so they can experience all the benefits and cool things and income and everything else that this binary over here offers, right? Well, last night you have literally the entire marketing world all right here. Everything from Dunkin' to Pepsi to Budweiser to medical stuff to physical stuff to online stuff. Like you have like all these brands marketing over here, and then you have the entire world watching over here, and all they want you to do is watch one of their commercials and get you to just invest into their product. They want you to just pick from over here. Wow, that was a really cool commercial. Maybe I should go drink a Budweiser. Let me go do that. And then boop, and then they just added you over here into their binary. They took you out of all this marketing and advertising, social, and they pulled you into their little binary, their little marketing stream and profitability. Um, so when you look at the attention economy that we're in right now, every like life is marketing. There's marketing all around you. And all you're trying to do is get people's attention from here and plop them in over here where you are. Does that make any kind of sense?
It makes sense, and I also want to say I'm sorry your team lost. I apologize for your fail, for the failures of your players, and because I know you invested a lot in being a fan, and I know you put a lot of put a time. I don't know who you were down on, but whatever. The guys, I
Yep.
I struggle with
Real quick before you go on there, what I want to do is, and this is a great opportunity here because you could sit here and you could be down on the fact that, my team, the Patriots, I've always been a Patriots fan since I was born, um, that they lost in the biggest game of the year. But this morning when I woke up, I thought, man, they went from going 4-13 last year, one of the worst records in football, to the best record in football. They went 17-3 before last night's game. And they had an incredible season, and they have so many things to take away, so many wins to take away, so much effort to take away from that season. So I applaud them for an incredible effort and season that they had. There's so many wins. And when they go into next year, it's like they get to celebrate all that. You know what I mean? So it's for me, I'm looking at the positive. I'm looking at what they accomplished. Um, yeah, they didn't win the biggest game of the year, but man, what a freaking season. And, for anyone watching to be able to like, what'd you do yesterday? What'd you do last week? What did you do last month that you could be like, you know what? I did that really well. Let me go do that again, you know? Because I'm sure the Patriots are going to look back at when they get into next season, they're going to look back and be like, hey, we won 17 games. Like, let's go do that again. That was pretty cool.
these moments in time always trigger me really hard, and I'm very. I'm just gonna put this out here. This is gonna be my sad moment. I'm gonna put my sad moment out on our podcast. I, there's times that I wish I never found network marketing. I'm just gonna be really, really honest
Mm,
because it changed me as a human being. Like it changed my brain to understand the value of my time. It changed my brain to understand what it is I wanted to invest in. It changed my brain and who I wanted to surround myself with. And I've lost family and I've lost friends and I've lost things that I used to enjoy doing. And I used to enjoy playing video games every day and sitting there and enjoying the social of it, interacting with playing those games with other people. And I used to do a whole lot of other things, and things like the Super Bowl always triggers me because I was introduced to the concept of taking a season of my life away from what average people do so that I can become who I've become today, where I'm, making literally 5 to 6 times the amount of money, able to book flights to go to birthday parties, able to go do anything that I want to do. I'm going to fly down to see you in 10 weeks to go do our 50th. Like there's no thought to I have enough extra that I can do and
Hmm.
live the way I want to live. And but I set aside, I turned my TV off for 7 years
Hmm.
because I wanted to hit a rank in my business. And I didn't see a sporting event, I didn't see news, I didn't see media, I didn't see a TV, a sitcom, and I had things that I replaced it with every day. I was reading content and reading books, and I was listening to audios, and I was listening to more stuff, and I was replacing those moments. And I now have the option that I'm getting paid while I'm watching TV.
Hmm.
I'm getting paid residually while you sit there and watched your game last night because you earned it.
Hmm.
You guys ever, the people out there, I'd love to put in the chat. Do you feel like you are getting paid when you are giving away your time, or are you just, because most of us, yeah, I bet, Dan, you probably had some food at watching the game. I bet you
Sure did.
invested a
Yeah.
little bit of stuff into cooking food and buying products and drinking some brand name drinks. And, you paid money to watch a game,
Hmm.
and you made money while you were doing it. That's a
Yeah.
balance. I like it. That, but most people just spend, 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 give away time, give away time, give away time, give away time. And their attention, that we were talking about, the social, that you are their downline.
Hmm.
You aren't making money. They're making money off of you. How do you flip this? How do you go ahead?
When you are consuming anything, when you are consuming, you could be consuming Netflix, Hulu, products, coffee. When you are consuming, you are in someone else's downline. I think that's the simplest way to put it.
Dude, I wish that people would really, they've tricked the middle class entirely. And I didn't mean to flip this. It just caught up to me. The middle class doesn't even realize, especially men. So I'm talking to the men who watch this. I'm talking specifically to you at this moment. Sports, isn't it wild that they go from baseball to the next sport to the next sport to the
Hmm.
next sport to keep you in the evenings and in the daytime when you're watching these games, and then they give you Sports Center to talk about the games, and they have figured out how to consume all of your extra time to give it away to something that you think is
Hmm.
enjoyable. I saw a video just today where a guy was just like watching people cheer their team on and high five each other as if they're on the team, when you're just sitting there watching other people make millions of dollars while you're paying to do it. It's like, why, how is it that, no, this isn't like this mindset shift away from it? Like, I love watching the Ravens. I love watching my teams that play, but I ain't gonna watch them if I'm not making money.
Yeah.
If I don't have extra, I ain't giving that time. I'm gonna go make content. I'm gonna go build.
I think that if I could get across to freaking anyone that'll listen, like it's just like I just want people to have the realization that, like, and we've said this before, life is sales, life is marketing. No matter if you disagree, if you, whatever your opinion is, life is sales. Like it just, for me, right, real quick, I drink Pete's coffee. I am in Pete's downline. I am a Pete's customer. It doesn't matter if I buy it at Walmart, Publix, if I order it from Amazon. I am a Pete's coffee consumer. I am in their downline. I am a Pete's consumer for life. Okay. When you are out there, and like I've had people literally show up on, and I'm pretty sure the same thing for you, and maybe you watching this, where I'm posting about my business, and I literally have people in the comments being like, Don't buy it. He's just trying to make a commission from you. Don't give this guy your money. And it's like, you just got to realize literally everything you do in your life, everything, when you pull out your credit card or wallet and you pay for something, someone else is making money off of you. Period. End of story. So why are you fighting it? Why are you fighting the fact or feeling guilty about the fact or weird about the fact that you could sell something and make money from it?
I'm dying. I'm
Like,
dying over here because now all I want to do is go make a post. Hey, all I'm trying to do is make money off of all of y'all. That's what I want to make my next post. Like
but
everything that I'm doing is I'm trying to trade something I got for some of your money. That's all I want. Dude, that's my favorite thing. That's
but
I'm doing it.
the crazy part is when people like let's say I'm out there putting out a value post and I'm teaching and educating people and someone's like, "Oh, you're just this is just a sales pitch. You're just trying to make money." And it's like when people are in that mindset, they just don't understand and realize that life is sales. Like you yeah, sure, you may not want to give your money to me, but in order for you to live and survive, you're gonna have to give your money to someone.
What is the opposite mindset of that? What is that? What is happening to the person who says that? Like, what do you not need money to live? Like, how
It,
do you possibly say a sentence like that? Duh. I like
it
duh. Duh.
Yeah, it's just an awareness and it's some people have it, a lot of people don't, and it's unfortunate, but like the reality is and the whole point of really today's podcast is when you look at like here's your again, picture a binary compensation plan. You got two legs, buy meaning two, right? You get you over here trying to build your thing and you got the social media world over here and you're just trying to take people from this downline and bring them over here into your downline. And understand that visual, understand that concept, and realize that your downline is right here on social media. You're on social media right now, and your job is to educate them enough, inform them enough where they will, and not necessarily leave one downline, but they'll come over to your downline because you gave them enough information. And
Hey,
life is
write down for
sales.
our next podcast that we're going to literally show people how to find people. I'm going to give you the actual way to build your downline. I literally taught this week to a guy and it was just eye-opening. And the way you're describing moving people from one thing to another, just literally it's breaking my head right now. And I'm like, this is exactly what you do. And
You
it's, dude, you
just got to
it's all
keep it
we do.
simple, man.
It is so
And
stupid. It's so
that's why I
stupid
try to
simple.
give people just like visuals. So it's like maybe you can be like, oh, that makes more sense now. Like, and I used the word earlier, like realization. Like you like realize that life is sales. So when people are joining a network marketing company and they go to post about their thing, their opportunity, I hear all the time. I've heard it for years. Well, I don't want to seem spammy. I don't want to seem salesy. I don't want to see like you're effing selling. Get over it. Like it's life is sales. But you could do it in a way where it's fun. You could do it in a way where you're educating, you're this, you're that, you're whatever, but just realize like sales is life. Like you have to spend your money on things that make other people money. So like why
So
can't
then
you get
thinking,
some of that?
I
Why
love
not?
this.
Why can't you
Sales
get
is
some of that?
life. Sales is life. Did you watch Ted Lasso?
I've seen some of it, but not all of it.
It's my favorite thing I've ever watched in my whole life. I love Ted Lasso. I've seen this, I've watched the entire thing 3 times in a row, binge watching it. I love it. And there's a little Spanish character, I forget his name, but he is always football is life. And it made every time you say sales is life, sales is life,
Yeah.
sales is life.
Got to do it in a cool accent.
Listen, you got yours. It's good. It's fine. But it's so true, man. It's so wild that it's like you're okay. I like that we in this profession that we have, and people make this statement. that nobody likes to be sold. Yet everyone wants to buy. There is no possible way that you can say that nobody wants to be sold. Everyone wants to buy. So until they know what you have and you ain't moving them from this column over to this column, it's always you pulling from them because you're afraid to offer anything to anybody else. Like I, Facebook ads are always going to be my most favorite example of the. I think we should end the conversation. You've heard me say it so many times. The conversation of know, like, and trust.
Hmm.
I don't believe anybody cares about know, like, and trust anymore. We talk about landing the plane. We talk
Hmm.
about getting to the point.
Yep.
Facebook ads, Amazon. You don't even know who you're buying from. You don't have a clue who you're buying from. You
Hmm.
find something that you become aware of. You become, hey, look at this thing. Look at what this does. I bought a phone holder that attaches to the back of my laptop. I
Hmm.
didn't know it existed. I saw a video of somebody using one and I thought, oh, I want to figure out what that is. And I
Hmm.
went and found it. I didn't even know who I bought it from
Hmm.
because I wanted the thing. And I
Yeah.
had to move. Somebody moved me from column A to column B because I found out that that thing was available.
Yeah.
Until you're
You didn't
become,
direct message them and try to strike up a conversation and get to know them over a course of time. And then once you actually trusted them, then you decided to buy that thing for $9.99.
where's my puke face? Where's my puke face at? I want that one. The idea, dude, do you understand? To me, it's like I think that's going to be one of those levels of hell. Like I think there's going to be a level of hell for people who build relationships just to get a sale. Like if you like
Uh,
become their friend and you want to take the time to get to know their kids' names and their birthday parties and all the activities and you're forming them just to get the sale, and if they say no, you move on and you have no friendship anymore with that person. Or other leaders, I swear other leaders are like, oh, just let them sit there and around the campfire, and it's like, no, I
yeah.
want to move as fast as humanly possible. Dude,
Yep.
I don't think you can do network marketing if you're not willing to go through a 90-day run. A blitz where
Ye-
you are putting in, I don't think it's possible. I hate that I feel that way now. I wish that it was like, oh, just stay in forever and be in your company you'll eventually get it. You'll
Yeah.
eventually I wish I could be that way, but I'm just honest.
You you gotta have some ice in your veins, man. Like you gotta have a little ice in your veins because you gotta be willing to just do whatever it takes. But uh I'll here's real life. And you, you might get pissed at me for this. I don't know. Not you, Curry. You'll get it, but the people watching,
Be
like
upset.
I
We ain't
Curry
doing
gets
any
where
more podcasts.
Curry gets where I'm coming from on this one. But like I one of the things that I promote is $7, $7. And I had someone reach out to me and 20 questions about this product. Blah 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 blah. All these questions. And you would think that I would reply and be like, oh, here's how this works and all this other stuff when there's a video and sales page that explains the whole thing. And I literally just deleted the message because it wasn't worth my time.
Right.
The $6 commission was not worth my time and energy. And I literally just deleted the message because I don't care if I get the sale or not, because I know there's hundreds of other sales and thousands of other sales out there. Because I already have the proof and documentation that people can go to this site, watch the video, gain the information, pull out their credit card and purchase. And I didn't have to talk to a single person. I have the proof. So when someone asks me a question about a low ticket product, I don't even respond because it's not worth my time. And that might seem cold, that might seem whatever, but I don't care because I have the proof and concept that it works and what I do works.
There's two parts to that that I think you should that I'll be Daniel's explainer video right now. He just said all that, and then Curry's going to pop in and go, number one, he's not giving them his time because how people buy is how they'll sell, and he understands that, so he's not going to give time to a time vampire who's just
Yep.
sucking out all of this wasted time and $6. And number two is the $6, he's making enough money that money isn't the motivator, and he's not driven by, oh, I've got to collect every $6, I've got to get every six
Yeah.
dollars So I popped in to be the explainer video. I apologize.
I appreciate that. Yeah. No, I'm not hungry for the $6. I don't need the $6 because I have proof and concept that people can go to an information page and get all the information they need to make a buying decision. Period. When people start and maybe this will help. When people go there and then they start asking questions, well, how does this work? What do I do after I get started? Blah, blah, blah. Insert question here. All that information is on the information page, it's all on the sales page. So when people are asking questions, they're not reading and consuming the information, and they want me to read and explain and give them the information that they could have already gotten themselves. And that is not the type of person that I want to work with. I want to work with someone who can go to a page and be like, oh, that makes sense. Here's my credit card. Boom. I don't want to work with the person that needs me to explain what's right in front of them that they can't get that answer themselves.
Boy, that's a tough one. I love you get those. Someday we got to do the personalities too. We got to do the four color
Oh,
personalities
dude,
on here.
let's do that
It's
next
got
week. Or we got the
like
next two
2 weeks.
shows.
Yeah, so but the four color personalities, because you need yellows. Yellows are those people. Yellows are the people who are going to coddle and take care of the team and take care of people
But you need the
and
yellows who actually purchase.
yeah, I think those are the ones that are in your team. I'll count those as in team, but
For sure, for sure.
the but
But they
but
do
it's
need a
like
little extra hand holding.
I am the most anti-blue human being there is. Like I can't stand, and by the way, for all those listening, it's 87% of your team is blue. 87% is the number all the time. 87% is blue. You're going to find a larger portion is going to be green, and then your yellows and reds, who are the most important people in your team, are going to be the fewest. And it's just the way
Mhm.
it is. But if you understand numbers and you just run through them, I put blues in and I just never talk to them again. I don't want anything to do with them. Be singing in the choir, go over here and do what you're going to do. But man, those when you're talking about people that wear you out with questions and details and need all the hand holding, and it's like I done killed that side of my human. Like I'm not here for it. But I will tell you, I do know where my blue side lives. He's 3 drinks. 3 drinks is where my blue side decides we're gonna have a good time. But I had to kill part of it for a minute. So if
I
we get
mean,
together, 3 drinks, I'm a different human being.
if you, Curry, I think we dropped some. I want to use the word nuggets in this episode, but I feel like we dropped some realizations
You know
in
what
this
we didn't
episode.
do in this episode? Not once did we mention the C word. Not
Correct,
once. And you know who else we didn't reference in this?
Jr.
Yeah, we didn't in one episode, the 40th episode, we didn't say the C word or reference him
Yep.
in one. I think this might be the only one.
Although there were some Jr. concepts in there, we just didn't
Oh yeah.
mention it by
Oh,
name.
endless, endless.
Endless. So, I mean, if you made it to this point in the video, guys, maybe if you had a realization, or if you didn't, and you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hook a brothers up, help the channel out, help yourself out, get subscribed. We're here for you. We're just here to provide as much value as possible. That's what we do in this community. Maybe if you're really awesome, and I know you are because you're watching this, share this video out. Let some other people know. Let your downline know. Let some other people know in network marketing. Say, hey, here's a great source of information coming from two dudes that do this full time, and we've been around the block a time or two, or 76, and we know what's going on. So, or we try to anyway, and we share what we learn with you. And that's it, Curry. Appreciate you, brother. Episode 40 in the books. We'll see you guys on 41, which will be one of the two written down topics that I have over here in my notebook because I write things down. And as Jim Rohn says, learn to think on paper. I had to. Sorry.
Ridiculous.
Oh, God, I had to. Good moment at the end of the show. We'll see you next time.